Welcome to the Rotary Club of Wellington Kickstart Awards evening. The Rotary Club of Wellington have been leaders in positive social change for more than 96 years, and tonight is another opportunity for us to make a difference in our communities. Tonight is our third Kickstart Awards evening for social enterprises. We've got a very special evening and 5 very deserving finalists looking to convince us why they should get some of the Kickstart funding. I'd like to make a particular welcome to our 5 finalists. Zeal Creative Studio, who work in youth development. Collaborative, who support volunteering. Fresh Desk, a cleaning company to provide employment for the disadvantaged. Nisa Clothing, providing work opportunities for refugee women. And Tane Kaha, working in the mental health area. As well as welcoming members, I'd like to welcome all the guests and partners of members that have come along tonight. It's lovely to have you along to this function. I'd also like to welcome Rotary Club of Port Nick. Thanks for coming along to your members. It's great to see you here. And I'd like to say thank you and welcome to our partners from Akina. Chris, who will be leading the evening, is here. And I know that Alex Hannon and David Clearwater would like to have been here. David's sick, and I believe Alex has got some family commitment. As most of the audience know, we are very keen to continue our legacy of being leaders in positive change, positive social change. And we are strongly of the belief that social enterprises are an excellent way for us to help make a difference to that change. This year, we're looking to expand not only from offering the Kickstart program that we're here tonight for, but also to build a program called Elevate that will help provide training and guidance to social enterprises to help them accelerate their success and lift them to a new level. But tonight is about these finalists and their businesses and hearing from them to see how they will make a difference in our communities. We had 13 proposals or applications to participate, made a long list of 9 before choosing these 5 finalists. Tonight you need to be clear in the audience. You are the ones voting. It's your job to make the decision. I just want to remind you of the criteria. The criteria, the first, the clarity of the business model. Second, the quality of the team. Thirdly, the clear impact to improve on social well-being. And 4, the clear benefit that the use of this prize money will make. Those are the criteria. We are not here to consider the quality of the video production. We are not here to mark people down because the proposals are at the ideas stage. This is the Kickstart Awards. It is not an investment in proven startups. And we are not here for the feel-good factor of the most worthy charity. We want to help sustain social enterprise. So remember your criteria. So it's with great pleasure that I'll call on Chris O'Neill to take us through tonight's program. Chris.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a real pleasure going through this process. Derek and I have worked really closely over the last couple of months and really enjoyed the opportunity to see all the different submissions and really excited to have 5 here tonight. It was an incredibly high quality number of submissions, and the people who are here tonight can be very proud of the fact that they made it through. You're absolutely at the forefront of thinking at the moment. The government has just announced last month or earlier this month that they're going to invest $5.5 million over the next 4 years into social enterprise. We're seeing moves from corporates across the country looking at issues like social procurement, how they can actually use their investment and their spending better. So I think you can absolutely be proud that you're part of a really exciting time in New Zealand where things are really changing for the better and social enterprise really is coming to the fore. Later this year, part of the reason that that journey has been catalysed is that we've got the Social Enterprise World Forum happening in Christchurch in late September, And that's where we're going to have around 1,200 people from around the world who are gathering here in New Zealand for the first time. Previous years it's been held in places like Hong Kong, Taiwan, Scotland, all over the world. So it's an absolute privilege and a huge opportunity for New Zealand to be hosting the Social Enterprise World Forum. And we're absolutely making the most of it in terms of trying to build the profile of social enterprise here with the government and with corporations as well. Tonight you're going to have the opportunity to watch the 5 different videos. Each group is going to be given 3 minutes to present their video and then 3 minutes to give you a little bit more information about maybe things that they didn't get a chance to cover fully in those 3 minutes. And then once all of the groups have done their presentations, they're going to seat themselves at different tables and you'll have an opportunity to do question and answer then. So you can identify them, go join their table and ask them a few questions. So thank you once again for your support. It means a huge amount. It's a really great opportunity for these organisations, and it's a great opportunity for the profile of social enterprise. To kick off tonight, we're going to have Collaborate first, so I'd like to welcome them up to the podium.
Everybody has a skill that can catalyse social change. A skill that is connected to the right charity, the right project, the right idea, can create the change you care about.
We work with charities all around New Zealand and keep hearing time and time again that they can't get good projects off the ground because they can't find the right people. Does this indicate a shortage of volunteers? We have found that this simply isn't the case.
We've got feedback from over 250 volunteers who say they can't find opportunities that interest them, that fit the limited time they have available, or that use their skills, and the application process takes far too much time.
The message is clear. We need a better way to connect. We need to collaborate.
The app allows volunteers to create a profile page. This is the page that will be reviewed by NGOs when they express an interest in an opportunity. It allows users to post a small blurb about themselves and list their education and experience. Furthermore, the app allows volunteers to be endorsed for their volunteer opportunities in the form of badges. This record of their volunteering will be of value when they look for future employment. It also informs other NGOs of what experience each user has and has data implications for the future use. When a user goes to look for opportunities, they have the ability to filter results based on their interests as well as their skill sets, which ensures their skills are best matched with the opportunities that are available. After the user has set their search filters, they can browse through the opportunities available to them. These are classified by project-based and ongoing opportunities. When a user expresses an interest, the NGO will receive a notification. After the NGO has approved the user profile, they are instantly connected and can begin to communicate with each other.
But when you create a culture change, a system that becomes part of everyday life, you need to make it sustainable.
From the freemium, paid per use or sponsorship model, we are testing through the pilot the best way to allow small charities and broke students to use the app, supported by larger organisations and corporates. We are already using the prototype to source volunteers for charities, including the Red Cross, and have a growing list of charities who we can't help until we have the actual app.
To get the prototype to market, we need a one-off cash injection to help us build a high-quality code that is able to scale quickly and effortlessly.
Help us take this next step with 4 women, 4 volunteers who've experienced this problem firsthand. That's why we created Collaborate. And together with the community, an expert advisory board and your support, we can make it easier for anybody and everybody to create change. Collaborate.
Hello, everyone. So firstly, I'd like to say thank you so much for the opportunity to be here this evening. As a young social enterprise dedicated to continuing New Zealand's legacy of being world leaders in giving back to our communities, Rotarians have really set the gold standard for what's possible, and it's very humbling to be in front of you all here tonight. We'd also like to acknowledge Akina Foundation for leading the frontier in creating a business model where Businesses don't have to first take before they can give back. You can be sustainable and socially focused from the beginning. So, we're completely inspired by your work and we're honoured to share Collaborate with you here today. In your follow-up questions, when we first submitted the video, you asked, what is the impact that Collaborate will have? And how will we measure it? To us, the impact is clear. Collaborate boosts the capacity and the capability of organisations, and it empowers individuals to create change. It enables more social good to happen. Good that hundreds of organisations and volunteers that we've been working with over the last year have told us they can't currently create because of a lack of connection and a lack of access. And Collaborate future-proofs the role of charities, social organisations and volunteers. It activates the missing millennial gap in so many of the organisations that we've talked to, simply by making it easy to connect. It enables doing good to be just as flexible and as fast-paced as people's modern, busy, everyday lives. It uses existing technology already used for dating, job seeking, things like Airbnb for accommodation, Uber, only it seems crazy that you can connect that quickly and easily in all these other areas of life, but nobody's done that in the social sector yet. So why are we not using it for social good? Think of the impact that Uber has created. That is the level of impact that Collaborate can create for volunteering and charities, here and world over. So this is where my research background comes in. You asked, how can we measure that impact? Well, fortunately for us, with a year of surveying and interviewing and working and co-designing, crafting the solution that you saw on the video here today, means we have a fantastic baseline upon which we can measure our impact. But Collaborate's not about technology and it's not about data. When people collaborate for social impact, it speaks for itself. So I'm Holly and this is Kira, and we're part of a 4-woman volunteer team. And we have the skills and the passion to make it happen. I have a background from the Ministry of Business and skills matching. Kira comes from a startup background in New York and works at Creative HQ. She brings the business acumen and the design. Poppy, who you saw in the video, has just been nominated for a Women of Leadership Award and has a youth enterprise engagement approach. And Sophie is a practicing lawyer. We have an expert advisory board, as mentioned in the video, and all of the resources that we need through support from TPAPA and other organisations except for development. That's where Kira comes in.
Thank you, Holly and Kira. Next up, we have Nisa. Nisha and
Wars and humanitarian crises around the world force people to leave their homes and start a new life in a foreign land. Around 750 refugees are resettled in New Zealand each year. However, reaching safety is not the end of their story. Former refugees identify employment as pivotal to their well-being and resettlement. To them, employment means financial independence, a sense of belonging, and a feeling that they are contributing to their new home. Despite the fact that they want to work and have buckets of enthusiasm, research has identified former refugees as one of the most marginalised groups in the New Zealand labour market. Former refugees have difficulties looking for work and report negative responses and discrimination from employers. That's where Nisa Clothing comes in. The dream of Nisa is to provide meaningful, paid work to women from refugee backgrounds here in Wellington. To provide a hub for them to work together in an environment where they feel valued, supported, and empowered.
But what will they be making?
Underwear.
Underwear what?
Yeah, underwear. Everyone needs it, and it's a simple garment with a great story behind it.
But what kind of underwear?
Well, sometimes women buy this kind of underwear, but quickly swap out this with this. Fabric's also important, but to get the good stuff, you're usually stuck with underwear that can be unflattering. The solution? Nisa undies. Organic cotton, comfy, but with a bit of pizzazz. And best of all, creating opportunities for former refugees right here in Wellington. From a production perspective, undies hit the spot. A pair of underwear takes only about 10 minutes to sew, and the skills to make them can be taught to just about anyone. Underwear is also small, meaning lower fabric costs and making it easy and cheap to courier around the world. Nisa has a passionate founder and sewer, Alicia, who is working together with former refugee Hajar to bring Nisa to life. They also have a relationship with the Red Cross Pathways to Employment team to help identify potential employees from refugee backgrounds. While Nisa has patterns and production samples under control, it needs seed funding to start marketing and to get production underway. In particular, it needs funds to rent out a small space and to buy a few industrial sewing machines. Once those ducks are in a row, Nisa can get its first employees and bring the Nisa dream to life.
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia and I hope you enjoyed that movie as much as I did not enjoy making it. I am no Peter Jackson. I have 4 things to talk to you tonight about. First, the team, then the product, the business plan, and finally, of course, our asks for the evening. Okay, the team. So this is Hajar. She was a tailor back in her home country of Iran, and she is a supervisor at Pomegranate Kitchen. She is fluent in 4 languages and has the management and cultural skills required to get this business off the ground. I'm Alicia, and I'm a lawyer with, I guess, business acumen would be the best way to put it. We both love sewing. It's how we met and how Nisa was born. Okay, so on to the product. We have 3 samples here for you tonight. Feel free to come up afterwards and take a look at them. We've got this one here. It's cotton. We've got a nice merino pair, and then lastly a super comfy pair here made out of wood pulp actually. So we're aiming to fill the gap between Lonely Lingerie, which sells very beautiful underwear that is not particularly comfortable for about $55 a pair, and Thunderpants, which sells underwear that feels like a cloud and it's $30 a pair but is not that flattering. We're going to sell it for $27 a pair, and based on that we only need to sell 7 pairs a day to break even. Which takes us nicely onto the business plan. At the moment we are in the pre-launch phase. We're setting up a stall in the underground market to do product testing and validation. We're designing the website and marketing materials, and we're sending samples to our target retailers, being museums, design stores, and fashion boutiques. Then we will be moving into the launch phase, which is getting the website and the stock in stores to go live, building the product line, and growing, which means employing as many former refugees as we possibly can. This model is also perfectly replicable overseas. So onto our plan for the grant money. So there's a company that's willing to sell us 2 of their industrial underwear sewing machines secondhand for about $2,000 each. We want to do further product design and trial sleepwear, which will cost about $1,000, and we also need to buy fabric. We've identified a source in India which is going to sell us organic cotton. In terms of other asks, I work full-time as a lawyer, and I want to spend more time on this. If anyone has any ideas, I'd love to hear them. I'm looking for an advisory board and people with connections in the fashion industry. And, okay, sorry, slowing down. Now, finally, what does Nisa mean? In Arabic, it means woman, but to us, to Hajar and I, it means empowerment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hajar and Alicia. Next up, we have Tane Kaha.
Poor mental health is an epidemic in New Zealand. Māori men are twice as likely to suffer from anxiety or a depressive disorder. They are also 1.6 times more likely to commit suicide than non-Māori men. We want to change this. Tāne Kaha is an app that aims to solve the mental health crisis in New Zealand. It's designed for Māori men between the ages of 18 to 45, those who fall within the highest risk bracket and are 2 times more likely to commit suicide. It uses holistic Māori health framework, Whare Tapawha, as a tool to help build awareness, track and improve the mental health of our communities. But Tāne Kaha isn't just an app. It's also a support network of friends and family who can talk about emotions and recognise the signs of poor mental health before it's too late. To use the app, you'll need to sign up with a group of 3 or more people. You'll each then be prompted to complete regular emotional check-ins, where you'll identify your current mood using a series of pictures that work as metaphors for more complicated emotions. Using the pillars of Whare Tapawha, the app will also provide reminders to undertake in activities that will help you build positive mental, physical, spiritual and social health, like engaging in te tai ao or going outside to get some exercise. All of this can be mapped with the aim to help keep men on the right track to strengthening their mental health. We developed this social enterprise at a recent startup weekend in Wellington. Our team is led by Jason Ruakere, education specialist from Taranaki, who's personally struggled with an inability to communicate his emotions, leading to issues between him and the people he loves. Jace has since put a support network in place and has developed tools which he'd like to put to use to help other men like him. Other members of the team cover important business functions like finance, IT, marketing, communications, training and education, and graphic design. They include Renee Darwa, education specialist, Travis Cornwell, consultant, Kate McDonald, activation manager, Nick Goff, developer, Shadow Stone, storyteller, and Warren Drohoda, graphic designer. Our aim is to partner with local iwi from around New Zealand to deliver and sustain user adoption for Tāne Kaha.
Tēnā, can you hear me? Tēnā koutou, ko Shadow toku ingoa. Hello all, my name is Shadow and I'm here representing Tāne Kaha. Tāne Kaha is the brainchild of Jason Ruakere. You can't hear me in the back? I'll just speak up. Is that better? Awesome. So Tāne Kaha is the brainchild of Jason Ruakere, who lives in Taranaki. Jason's had first-hand experience with our country's mental health. Sorry, the microphone is slightly distracting. Thank you, Chris. Jason's had first-hand experience with this country's mental health and well-being crisis. And while this app is still in prototype phase, we've had overwhelming interest and support, having spoken to over 23 experts in various fields who said that they would use something like this. From education providers to healthcare specialists, to entrepreneurs, to rangatahi, to Māori business development professionals, to researchers and more. We believe that there is certainly a need for something like this, and validation suggests that this could be a good solution. In terms of the business model, so we've had conversations with iwi leaders in the Taranaki region who've suggested that they would be interested in a subscription-based model where they pay for support for their communities. Can can hear me. And yeah, so we would be looking to implement the app through a mentorship approach, which means that we would be looking to partner with community leaders from sports to culture and arts to interest-based groups, and finding people to join a group of 3 or more people to the app, and having iwi pay for the subscription for these users. In terms of the technology, the beauty is that we can measure the impact of what we're doing over time, and we can use this data to help make change both at a local and a central government level. We're really passionate about this idea, and now we just need your help to take it to the next level.
Kia ora, tēnā koutou, ko Warren toku. I'm Warren from Tanakaha. In order to get to this next stage, we need to get to the design build phase. And the design build phase includes consolidating our product concept. It includes validating our platform as an application, documenting high-level requirements, developing concepts to map user flow, and finding the right people to ensure the app is fit for purpose. We really appreciate everyone here taking their time tonight to be here with us and listen to us. It's a really touchy subject. It's very hard speaking about mental health, especially for someone like me coming from the States who had no idea what I was getting into this group. It's something that we're very passionate about, so thank you very much for everyone here and Akina for having us. And I hope everyone enjoys their evening. Thank you.
Next up, we have Caroline and Nicole from Fresh Desk.
One in 4 Kiwi kids live in poverty. This is a problem for everyone because we all miss out on the contribution that these kids could make to New Zealand's future. Poverty is the single greatest threat to child well-being. It stifles educational achievement, reduces labour productivity, earning ability, and increases the cost of healthcare and crime. 300,000 children can't realise their full potential because their family's income is below the poverty line. Poverty is also a priority for youth who face unemployment at a rate that is nearly 3 times higher than for adults.
Fresh Desk is a social enterprise that's tackling poverty through business innovation. We use a viable business model to run a cleaning company, and we use an innovative social procurement program to help marginalised job seekers access meaningful work. The workplace provides a space to connect with others and create friendships and build a sense of employee pride for being trusted to do a good job. In addition to this, we offer training in recognised NZQA national certificates in cleaning, level 2, to sustain people and further their career pathways once they're working. Fresh Desk cleaners are paid a living wage so that family can afford things they couldn't on the benefit, such as fresh fruit and vegetables, sports club memberships, and a better quality of life. So this is how Fresh Desk is delivering better health and social outcomes, stronger communities, and sparkling cleaning for social benefit.
We're a great team to back because we have the proven experience both in the community development and now in running a cleaning business for 3 years. Also, we know what it's like to experience stigma, and we are determined to work towards equal access for everyone, regardless of where they come from.
We would use the funding for 2 things. We're seeking Rotary's support to provide training, support and qualifications to our new staff. Our industry training provider charges $250 to register for the NZQA National Certificate in Cleaning, Level 2. And then the course takes about 60 hours to complete. As our business grows, one-on-one training and assessment takes far too long. So we'd like to condense our training program so that all staff are up to date and following best practice.
The second thing we'll use the funding for is better uniforms, so our staff are presentable, recognisable and easy identified when working on site. Our customers feel terrible when they forget the names of their regular cleaner, so we'll display people's names on their shirt. This would be a tangible thing that would make our staff look and feel more professional and part of the team.
This is a really exciting opportunity for Rotary to support social responsibility and help do good for New Zealand's future.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Caroline. And we're the Fresh Desk.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Kia ora, I'm Nicole and this is Caroline and we're the founders of the Fresh Desk. We're a commercial cleaning company and we have a social impact. Caroline is the general manager. She has the vision to move our business forward. I'm the operations manager and I have the logistics to put that into practice and make those things happen. Our skills complement each other immensely.
Which is just as well, because our impact is really ambitious, right? So tackling child poverty is a big deal. And 1 in 4 Kiwi kids, that's a lot of potential to miss out on if we can't make those households operate better. So we want to tackle breaking the cycle of poverty, not with the kids but with the parents. So we want to offer them meaningful jobs, really in 3 areas. So first of all is our anti-discriminatory policy around recruitment. So for example, if someone comes to us from WINS, we do a bit of hand-holding for the first 90 days to see them right. Secondly, we pay the living wage, which is an external benchmark, not set by us, and that's calculated on the basis of what it needs a family to have a normal standard of living. Third thing we do is, with your help, we want to provide this sustainable career pathway through training. So Nicole will tell you about that in a minute. I'll tell you a little about our business model. It's cleaning, you know, it's not rocket science. So we've managed to turn a profit for 3 years, which is great. And as we scale, we're using the support and partnership of Akina Foundation to get more cohesion and, bigger corporate clients. We are outperforming our budget projections for the current quarter, and we expect our strategy of investing in our team to pay off. Like, we're already seeing the results in morale, loyalty and retention, and we expect those to only increase over the next little while. And like I said, we're making a profit.
So with Rotary's backing, it will help us improve our training program. Currently our training is an NZQA Certificate 2 in cleaning, which is done one-on-one. It's done by me, I'm the assessor and I'm the trainer. And it takes approximately 9 months to put one cleaner through that training program. With Rotary's help, it will help us accelerate that training program. Also, we have just rebranded with a new logo. And we would love to provide our cleaners with a new uniform with the new logo on there so they can be recognised out there in the community for the great cleaners they are. Also, we are looking with Rotary and your networks. If you know of any businesses out there that might have some values that align with our values, we'd love to be put into contact with those businesses. Thank you for listening. We look forward to your questions.
Thank you.
And the final video we have tonight is Zeal.
Youth unemployment is on the rise in Aotearoa. The nature of employment is changing rapidly. Meanwhile, the education system is not keeping up. Statistics New Zealand reported in 2016 that 11.1% of New Zealand young people are unemployed. And all of this is adding to the epidemic of anxiety with young people in our country. Zeal has a proven track record of addressing these issues through our social enterprise cafes, which provide first employment to young people who need it, and through our youth centres, which develop young people through community and creativity. In late 2016, we had to close the doors of our Wellington facility due to quake risks. And although the staff and young people are sad to leave, it's provided the opportunity for us to continue to innovate in our pursuit of transforming the lives of young people.
In mid-2017, Zeal plans to launch a creative studio for young people right here in Wellington. This creative studio is going to provide pathways for work experience, education, and first-time employment in the design and creative industries. I'm a passionate creative, And with over 10 years of design experience, I'm going to be heading up the design studio, bringing my industry insight and expertise to the young creative people of Wellington. We believe that young people in New Zealand face a crisis of identity and purpose. And we've seen time and time again how employment can shift fringe young people from low confidence or disinterest to self-belief and social connectedness.
This creative studio will look to work with young people who are unemployed or at risk of long-term unemployment. We have street-based youth workers who will make connections with these young people and then connect them into other training and employment.
The Creative Stables will be run by Zeal's experienced team of creators, entrepreneurs and youth workers supported by our executive team.
The Kickstart Award will give us the runway we need to get the studio and its impact off the ground by providing the resource required for its first clients and employ its first young person.
Let's stand together to break the cycle of deep unemployment.
We're launching a social enterprise creative studio that's going to support and develop the creative potential of young people right here in Wellington. We want to give them more than just creative competency, but rather the opportunity and experience to go really pursue a creative career. My name's Pete Morris, and for the past 10 years, I've been working internationally in leading design roles, and I'm going to be heading up this creative studio in partnership with Zeal, an incredible youth organisation that is already the benchmark in bringing these two worlds together, positively influencing young people through creativity and a proven track record of successful social enterprise through their stories and Georgia cafes. Backed by the Zeal national team and their focus on business-driven governance, we can ensure both social impact and business success. The creative studio itself will generate its own revenue as a fully functioning creative studio offering design and branding solutions with a focus on supporting local business and charities. However, every single day, well, Monday to Friday, not every day, between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m, the studio will transform into a creative hub for young people, developing their creativity and enhancing their problem-solving skills on real-life working projects in a professional working studio environment. That's 15 hours a week of invaluable experience to each young person. But why do we think that this experience matters? Why do we think that the pursuit of a creative career might transform the life of a young person, especially one at risk? We believe that because that was my story. I was a troubled teen, in and out of drug and alcohol rehabilitation, on the fringe of juvenile detention when somebody believed in my ability and my passion and invested in my potential. It transformed my life forever. And that's what we're asking of you guys today. Would you recognise our ability, our passion, and would you invest in the potential of these young people to see their lives transformed by what we believe is a truly unique employment and development pathway? The reality is this, is your money will help us immensely. A Kickstart grant would be exactly that. It would cover our immediate startup costs in customer acquisition. But we see something in this room that is so much more valuable than money. It would be remiss of us for us not to acknowledge the fact that every single person in this room could impact our mission through your business relationships and your partnerships alone. We'd love to be able to have conversations with each one of you to talk about how we can develop a long-term strategy and relationship where we can offer discounted rates for all of our branding and design solutions offered through the Creative Studio. We want to be more than just recipients of your generosity and your belief, but rather partners in benefiting and growing our respective communities while transforming the lives of young people at the same time. It's something we're so deeply, deeply passionate about, and we look forward to having those conversations with you. And I thank you for your time. Cheers.
So those are our 5 amazing opportunities tonight. It's been a real pleasure watching their videos, and even more pleasure tonight watching them do their pitches as well, and seeing the passion and enthusiasm that they all have for these ideas. You don't have an easy task ahead of you. I recognise that, deciding where to go. Now, Derek tells me you have the preference intensity voting system ahead of you. So I can see some excitement. For those of you some disappointment perhaps, those who are hoping for SVT or STV, the other options that you might have. So, there are 5 buckets. After the question and answer session, you will have the opportunity to put your beads in the buckets as you desire. You can put 1 in each bucket, you can put 5 in one bucket, you can split them as you please. So we're now going to have 10 minutes. You'll see that the groups are at different tables. So we have Nisa at the back corner there. We have Fresh Desk at this table here. We have Tane Kaha at the back. We have Zeal here, and we have Collaborate here. So this is your opportunity to go ask those pressing questions, connect, make those offers if you're excited about joining an advisory board. If you've got opportunities that you could share with any of these people, feel free to do that now or after as well. But this is your opportunity to really dig into those ideas. So we'll give you 10 minutes, and I'll come back up at the end of the 10 minutes, and then we'll kick off the voting. Wellington, none of the trusts really support it in the same way. So a lot more of our work here is government-based or project-based. So consulting model here in Wellington. exposed to them. Because we can't offer them free services, and that's what they need. They need free or discounted support. And research. So they come in and they bring that support. But we're about to take a big project with DIA and Subaru, so we're doing a complete map of the social enterprise sector in New Zealand. And from that, we'll have a really great sense as well as the scale of the sector, and then also database, for example. So that's going to be
Right? No, I can remember it. I just thought I know where my marbles are going. Good stuff, Chris.
Yeah, it was good to see you again, Tony.
Good to see you.
You don't have to decide yet. We're gonna. So I'm going to give you another 3 minutes before we sit down again, and then we can finish up the voting. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of voting going on already. Pardon?
Going around grabbing all the marbles left on the table.
Yeah, people have set themselves up, haven't they?
Who's the one that we did that?
Except it wasn't cycle, it was having they didn't have time to re-edit it. But you couldn't tell. They're not very good at following instructions, are they? They've all decided to just start voting anyway.
No, I want to vote.
Yeah.
It's a cute thing, and there's two cards, so you've got a card. You can't give the relatives one.
Yeah.
So I think we need to give people 1 minute.
Yeah.
They need to vote. Polls are closing in 1 minute.
All right. A very important announcement. The polls are closing in 1 minute. So you have 1 minute to cast your vote.
Got a vote. Take a vote for the Rotary.
So you want us to go and can we do our voting now?
No, I've done
I just think it makes it
together. You're voting for Bruce.
Alright.
Did I get your number? Did I get your card?
No.
Do you have one?
No, I was hoping to get home today to grab some. Yeah.
Sorry, for your details.
Pop your number down and I'll give you a call.
Certainly.
Any last stragglers to vote?
There you go, mate.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, son. Have you had a clear winner or not?
I'll get my screws in here. Come on, screw.
So everybody started voting too soon. So
No worries.
To recap.
Understand.
All right. So now's the important part of the evening. So this is where people make unforgettable speeches in the Academy Awards. So so we've got a first and a second. So the second place giver was Collaborate.
This is where I check if I got the right envelope.
Thank
Well
you
done.
so much.
Congratulations.
PwC do it. Thank you.
And someone always has to be first, and the winner for first, the first will be last. See you all.
Well, so thank you so much.
There you go.
Thank you.
Spoken with passion.
Cheers.
Well done.
Appreciate your time.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All
We really
good.
appreciate it.
Thank you all for your time and attention tonight. Thank you for the teams who took part. They spent hours and hours slaving over those videos and hours preparing those 3-minute speeches. So I just want to thank all of them, and just a round of applause for everybody. I do absolutely want to emphasise that this is not the end for these organisations. They've all got really exciting things to go on to, and so they all will need support in various ways as well. So you've heard tonight calls for connections, for support, for advice, all of those things. So I absolutely encourage you to go and meet with them all and chat with them and find out more about them and see if there are ways that you can help them. It's really exciting to be part of this program. It's really exciting, the energy and support that you as an audience have given tonight, and thank you very much for the commitment of Rotary to this program. It really means a lot, and we're really excited about growing the engagement through programs like Elevate, which the 2 winning organisations tonight will have preferential access to when we launch a development program here for social enterprises in Wellington next year. So thank you very much, and Peter, I'll let you wrap up.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you to all members and guests for coming along and making this evening the success that it has been. Congratulations to all the teams and the businesses. It's always a shame that we can't have everybody winning. We don't have enough funds for absolutely everyone, but we wish you every success from here on. And tonight just reinforces to me the importance and value in the Elevate program that we're going to be involved in working on and developing, because it gives us the opportunity to provide that support to so many other businesses that are doing what you're doing to make a difference in our world. For club members, can I just give a few reminders? We've got a very busy week this week. We've got tree planting in Mount Victoria planned for this Saturday. For those of you that don't know, our goal is to plant a forest in the heart of Wellington. Our target is 100,000 trees by 2021, and we're at about 45,000 trees. So we plant trees and weed trees, and feel free to join us at some stage. Also this weekend we have got our wine options evening on Sunday night. Don't forget to get along there and show your skills at picking wines. And next Monday we're at the James Cook again for a lunchtime meeting, and we have got Grant Robertson, the finance spokesman for Labor, speaking at our Monday lunch. And then on Tuesday, August the 1st, we have got, tomorrow, August the 1st, we've got our forum starting at 11 and going through in the afternoon at the St James Theatre. So those of you that are attending, have a wonderful time there, and hopefully starting at 12, is it? Did I get that wrong? 1. I knew I was supposed to be there earlier, but check the start time before you leave the office tonight. But it's going to be a great afternoon with lots of inspiration and good ideas, making Wellington marvellous. So just to finish, could I get you all to show your appreciation, not just for the finalists today, but to Derek Gill from our club, and Leanna Day and Andrew Miller, that did a lot of good work to make this happen, and Rebecca Mariska for making the evening and organisation go smoothly, and also to our partners at Akina for the work that they've done. So thank you finalists, and thank you to those people that have made such a good job to make tonight a success. Thank you, and go safely.